So there's more news from the Avon front. Another company looks interested in buying the cosmetics company. You guys have looked at this, Agnes, and you guys are putting together sort of a bid calculator. This company calls Richemont, which not to be confused with Richemont.
That's right.
These are the makers not of fine luxury goods, but of the Dirt Devil.
Well, they're equity holders, right? In Dirt Devil, I think they were an equity holder.
They're basically they're looking at doing an LBO, and the management team knows this kind of direct selling model. But what is it? So your calculator is going to look basically at what it's going to cost and how much they can afford to offer any of these various bidders.
I mean, I think it's going to focus also on the Coty offer, because I mean that one is actually has been put out there, has been
and they're
rejected.
a private company based in Europe.
Exactly. And so initially what they gave was about a 20% premium over the closing price the day before they made the announcement public. And so what we're looking at is to see how much bigger that premium could go, because I mean there does. It has
to go bigger, because since then they've actually appointed a CEO.
Right, a pretty formidable CEO.
No, she used to run J&J's consumer business.
Exactly.
And they've given her a bunch of money. They've got her incentivized. The stock has, of course, come down a bit because people think, well, gosh, if you put a new CEO in, it's less likely to be sold.
Yeah, but here's the thing that Coty has to worry about, right? Which is Avon's stock price used to be much higher. It's come down a lot. So their premium did not get it anywhere near where it was, say, a year before. So investors always, rightly or wrongly, have this memory. So not only are they European,
they have a price they paid for it.
Yeah, they have a price they paid for it, exactly.
And they've said, and they have said that it could go higher if they get a look at the books. I mean, they've definitely left the door open. I feel like Avon,
and it's not like it was an unconditional bid either.
Yeah,
so I mean, Avon's sort of justified in saying no for the time being.
Exactly. But I mean, but Avon also left the door open. Like they have a fiduciary obligation to make sure that it's in the interest of their shareholders. So I mean, I feel like this is all still very much in play. I mean, I think again the naming of a CEO
and this is
kind of stymies things a little bit.
She also looks like she's got an incentive package. I know that some people have made much of it, that it's in a change of control, that she gets a bit more than she would otherwise. But of course, but it seems to me, as I think Richard pointed out before, that she's basically incentivized for performance, not for.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks, at a first look, like she'll get more if Avon does really well as a standalone company than if it gets sold.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, it seems like the incentives are about right. But I mean, the other thing about Coty is they can only go so high for a bid. Right, because they have only so much resources. They have to write a big equity check, even if they borrow the most.
Even though it's private, the Benckiser family, the people who are behind Reckitt Benckiser have got the majority. They don't want it. They don't have endless spigots of cash.
Yeah, and then I think what we're figuring out so far is they could probably go up to something over 40% premium, maybe a 50% premium. But
they'd have to put a lot of equity into it.
And that would be a very big debt load and a big equity check.
But again, the calculator will let readers basically, play with it a little bit too to see what kind of number they can get.
All right. Well, look forward to checking out your calculator later today, and we'll be back with more Breaking Views tomorrow.